I blame myself for this. Really, I'm going to take all the blame because earlier today, right before the game, about 30 minutes before, I actually tweet out, and this just is just an indication of how stupid I am. I tweet out, I'm not usually the confident type when it comes to the Yankees, but today is different. Nestor on the mound after a great Cole performance, feeling really good about where we are. Why would I tweet that? Why, I am the most pessimistic Yankee fan you can ever imagine. I'm always assuming the worst is going to happen because the worst has genuinely happened for a team that has been over 500 but has never won the World Series for the last 13 years. So it's like we've been really good but not good enough, and so that's where always the pessimistic part of my mind comes in. And also all the heartbreaks of '04 and 01. I was a little early for that, but it still hurts me. And that still plays in my mind. So, and then recently 17, 19, 18, last year 20. So I don't know why would I tweet that? Why would I post that? And then of course the Yankees decide to destroy my confidence and destroy my hope in today's performance. A performance where the offense, if it wasn't for a bad strike call in the first inning, the Yankees would have had pretty much no offense all day. If it wasn't for that bad strike call, which led to the 2-run home run by Stanton in the first inning, the Yankees would have had nothing. The Yankees were 0 for 7 runners in scoring position today. They left 11 guys on base, and they struck out 15 times. Unacceptable. Unacceptable for an offense of this caliber that we know what they can do. And it's led, and I'm sorry I got to say this, the number one culprit here is Aaron Judge. Our guy Aaron Judge, who we love, MVP, all that, pay the man, has been terrible so far in the first two games. And maybe it's just a little thinking, but we also notice he has not been the same since the 60th home run. Ever since the 60th home run, something has changed in his swing. I don't know if it's his mental. I mean, that was a really tough home run chase. And I'm not excusing, I'm just trying to understand how all of a sudden could he go from this dominant force, hit everything, just the best hitter you can imagine, to now he's striking out at will here. It's so frustrating to me to watch, to see just constant strikeouts and just non-competitiveness from Judge here. Swinging on the first pitch, it's bizarre to see what has happened to Judge. And look, it's not over yet. We still have a couple games more to go here in the series. It's not over, but I am disappointed to see what has happened here, Judge. The offense, again, the biggest culprit today. I can't even blame Nestor. Nestor had his great moments today. The catch in the fourth inning was one of the best defensive plays I've ever seen from a Yankee in the postseason. I don't know what the list is there, but it's up there for me. That incredible catch for the comebacker, that was great. 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run. Other than the walks, which were killer, and then the home run he gave up to Rosario, it was a solid outing from Nestor. Can't ask for anything more. And you know what? I can't even blame the bullpen. We talked about how thin this bullpen was. The bullpen was actually solid today. Loizica, Peralta, Clay Holmes actually did an okay job. Trevino struck out 2 guys. The bullpen wasn't the issue. And if you want to blame Tyon, fine. But the Yankees had their opportunities to where they didn't need the bullpen to have to save them. They had many opportunities here in this game, and they didn't do it, especially late. Especially late. Look at the bottom of the 6th. They got down to the 2nd, Carpenter strikes out. 7th, they go 1, 2, 3. 8th, they load the bases. Higashioka lines out to 3rd, and that was crushing. And then in the 9th inning, they get Rizzo with a single, and then Torres grounds out to Rizzo. But yeah, the 8th inning was the absolute killer because you have the 3 walks. Stanton, Donaldson, IKF. They're walking the bases. They have class there, and maybe once class was in, maybe you probably knew the game was over. But we had a chance, and Higashioka so close, but lined out to 3rd. And then you had the top of the 10th. I don't know what Donaldson's doing there. I mean, that era, 2 games in a row where Donaldson has killed us. Yesterday, game 1 it didn't matter because we ended up scoring on his terrible base running anyway. But then the awful error, just the inexcusable error on the Ramirez double. I mean, that was a Little League triple if there ever was one. So Ramirez gets lucky to get the double because it's a pop-up. Cabrera can't come up with it. Donaldson throws it. He throws it a million miles wide. It ends up going to 3rd. That leads to the Gonzalo bloops. I mean, my gosh, the Yankees lost on 2 bloops. The Ramirez bloop double, which ended up being trouble, and then the Gonzalez bloop single, which I call the Luis Gonzalez. And then Naylor just hit one to the wall. And at that, I knew it was over. I knew it was over at 3-2. In fact, there were many times in this game I knew it was over because I just knew. I didn't feel confident after when Guardians scored 2. Because then I'm like, okay, now we got to rely on our bullpen. Nestor's going to be out. We have to. And I didn't trust the bullpen. And again, the bullpen was actually good. Who would have thought it wasn't the bullpen's fault in this game? It really was the offense. The offense from the first inning on shut down. And there were, again, so many chances, so many opportunities, but nothing to come of it. And that was so frustrating to me because, again, the bullpen was trying, and to not deliver like that. Look, it's not the end of the world. It's still tied 1-1 heading to Cleveland, and we still have Game 5 at home. But it's just, and the Guardians, the first time I slipped that up, the Guardians are a good team. The Guardians are a very, very good team. We saw it today. They got a bite in them, all that. It's just, frustrating me because I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about where we go from here. I'm thinking about Houston, of course. And I'm watching Houston come back amazingly in game one. And then, Yordan Alvarez looked like freaking Barry Bonds in 2004 or something like that. I'm watching Houston look great, and I'm watching the Yankees struggle, and it just makes me think, like, even if we beat Cleveland, I still have this just gnawing. There's this black cloud hanging over me watching this game today, and it's Houston. There's this black cloud known as the Houston Astros that's watching over this game. So I just even feel like if we win the series, are we good enough to beat Houston? I feel like Houston could have won a game like this today. We saw them do it. We saw them win 2 games like this, back-to-back games where they had to come back. And the Yankees, they had the lead there early, but once Cleveland got going, I just feel like that's a game Houston wins. I just feel like that's a game that Houston is a great team. The Yankees are a good team. Houston is a great team. Houston is a team that fights back. It's like, all right, when the backs are against the wall, it's when they play their best. And we've seen that from the Yankees this year, so I don't want to take that all, they had a lot of walk-offs, a lot of comebacks. But just tonight, we really need more from them, and just, there's really nothing. It's really, again, the blame here goes on the offense. If you want to criticize Nestor, whatever, I thought he was fine except for the walks. If you want to blame Tyon, whatever, want to blame Donaldson for the stupid error, yes, there's plenty of blame to go around here in this game, but really the blame to me lies on the offense for the first inning on, with the exception of the Stanton home run, which they were able to get because of the bad call. That's where the blame is. And yes, Aaron Judge 0 for 5 today. Outside of that, also Oswaldo, who we all love, 0 for 5, so not great. Trevino 0 for 2, Higashioka 1 for 1 his pinch hit. Bader 0 for 4, and he had his home run, so I guess we're laying low on him for now. But only 4 guys got hits today. Rizzo, Glaber had 2 hits, Stanton had a hit, and IKF had 2 hits. IKF is batting .429 here in this postseason. IKF is going to be the one who ends up carrying us to the ALCS. But this was a tough loss. Every loss in the postseason is tough, but this one was especially difficult. Got the lead early, looked good, and then we completely shut down. It's like we felt like the 2 runs were all we needed. And I'm not going to blame the 1 o'clock start time. The fans I actually thought were good enough. I'm not going to blame the fans. We just shut down. Offensively, we shut down. We've got to do better. We have to do better. This is not time to go quietly into the night. We must not go down without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. I know I'm just quoting Independence Day, but sorry, that's where my creativity ends. I can't come up with anything creative. But for the Yankees to step up here, got to go to Cleveland now, and we got to hit. Got to score more. We've got to get those runs. Only 6 runs here in 2 games. I mean, the first game was fine because we were pitching well enough, but tonight not good enough. We needed more. So now we go into game 3 tomorrow. I think we'll at least split. But again, the worst fear, and I keep going back to Houston. All right, so let's say we win tonight. Let's say we win tomorrow. Let's say Severino comes through, beats McKenzie. We win game 3. We win game 4. Then what if Houston wins tomorrow and just really sucks out all the energy that I have? Because if Houston wins, oh gosh, then Houston up 3-0. They're already done, and the Yankees now have a tough series they got to play against. The only edge I feel like we have against Houston, we're not going to have home field. I feel like we at least got to finish this series ahead of Houston, and we couldn't even do. And it looks like we're not going to do that unless Seattle comes through tomorrow. But I'm not feeling good about that. So, what a disappointment! What a shame. Again, the Stanton home run really energized the building. The Nestor catch was awesome. There's so many great moments, but then the Rosario home run onward, it just felt like nothing was going right. The offense couldn't get anything. Just a lot of bad at-bats. Again, leaving runners on base. All the strikeouts, and Cleveland's a good team, so again, I'm not totally saying it's not Cleveland. Cleveland did a great job, but we as the Yankees, we got to deliver, and we didn't do that. And now is a 1-1 series, and I do not feel good about where this team is going forward. At least, no, I still feel it's Houston's the fear of me. I still think we're going to win the series. If I ask me, I still think we're going to win the series. I still think we're going to win 2 out of 3 more games. But I'm not as confident as I was. Because imagine how confident I was heading into to tweet like that. How confident I was heading into this game, and then this is how they respond to my confidence. They respond to my confidence with 2 runs, 1 off a bad strike call, no offense from there on out, and a stupid error in the 9th or the 10th inning that led to the Yankees losing this game. That's how they respond. So, yeah, not a great day here for the Yankees. Congrats to Cleveland on the win, and now let's get at least 1 tomorrow. It would be really nice to get 2 more and finish it out, not have to go back to New York and finish the series as quick as possible. But darn it, this was a tough loss. And again, Houston continues to circle my mind. The fear of what Houston can do continues to plague my thoughts and keep me up at night. That's it for now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the team, make sure you subscribe down below. I'll be back tomorrow for Game 3 of Yankees Guardians. Hopefully, it'll be a lot more positive experience than the one we just had. Take care, and God bless.